West Dakota Fox News at 9 with Molly Martinez and meteorologist Henry Blakes. Your first news of the night starts right now on West Dakota Fox News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Molly Martinez. Tonight, a tax debate intensifies. Since April, the three affiliated tribes in North Dakota have been at odds over tax revenue sharing. Last month, it reached a breaking point. Liquor distributors cut off alcohol sales to the reservation. Today, the two governments met to try and reach an agreement. Bo Evans has more from Newtown. Our other top story, today Morris Brickle-Hicks sentenced to life in prison without parole for the murder of Misty Kofelt. Reporter Cynthia McLaughlin was there when the victim's daughter gave a tearful testimony.
This lawyer represents the state. We're set for sentencing today.
In April of 2016, Misty Kofelt was found beaten to death in Bismarck. Friday afternoon, her daughters attended the sentencing of Morris Brickle-Hicks, who was found guilty of murder. Brittany Logry took the stand to tell Brickle-Hicks how his actions impacted her family.
You took having my first drink on my 21st with her. You took my son's first birthday away from her. You took all those happy moments we could have ever had, and even the sad ones, and I would love to have those back.
The state requested life in prison without parole.
We know that nothing that we can say will ever be enough.
Brickle-Hicks' lawyer asked for the same sentence with the possibility of parole, but Judge John Grinsteiner denied the request. Brickle-Hicks spoke to the court and to the family and expressed remorse.
I want to say to the family, I'm really sorry. It does hurt. I didn't mean to take her away.
He will spend the rest of his life behind bars. For West Dakota Fox News at 9, I'm Cynthia McLaughlin.
Time now to take our first check on weather with meteorologist Henry Blakes.
Hey, well as this chance for cooler weather, at least for the time being. Your complete forecast coming up later.
Thank you, Henry.
You're welcome.
Around the region, the discovery of the remains believed to be those of 3 children in Montana has drawn the attention of Michigan State Police. Police say it's a possible new development in the case of the missing Skelton brothers, 9-year-old Andrew, 7-year-old Alexander, and 5-year-old Tanner, who disappeared in 2010. According to police, a box containing bone fragments, rocks, and teeth were found inside this storage shed that sits behind a rental property in Missoula. We're getting some new information about a Mandan shooting that happened last Friday. Mandan police, they have now interviewed both persons of interest in connection to the shooting. So far, there have been no arrests. The victim in the shooting has been since released from the hospital. Police say they are pursuing other leads in the case. And another major marijuana bust. The Morton County Sheriff's Office says 60-year-old Ricky Fisher from Culvert, Oregon, was pulled over on I-94 yesterday because his windows were too tinted. During the stop, deputies found several plastic bags in the back of his vehicle. Inside of them was 80 pounds of pot. This is one of a handful of multiple-pound pot busts this week alone. Meantime, Secretary of State Al Jaeger approved the format of a petition regarding marijuana and other controlled substances. The petition will need 13,500 signatures for the measure to be placed on the ballot. The measure would remove marijuana from the Schedule I controlled substance list. If you would like to take a better look at the petition, visit our website at yournewsleader.com. Well, after 18 months of work, the Stark County Courthouse addition is nearly complete. The $6.5 million project doubles the space of the original building. It features more offices and increased security, and it's coming in under budget. A jury has convicted a Fargo man of threatening North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Prosecutors say 56-year-old Kevin Olson sent an email to Heitkamp last December saying he should find her and shoot her. He'll be sentenced at a later date. And we're getting a better description tonight of a woman Bismarck police say is running a prescription drug scam. Police say the woman knocks on your door, saying she's having car trouble, then asks to use your bathroom. Once inside, she rifles through your medicine cabinet, stealing prescriptions. She is described as white, in her mid-40s, with long blonde curly hair. Police say she has a tribal tattoo on her right arm just below the shoulder and a dolphin-like tattoo above her right ankle. Anyone with information can contact Bismarck Police. And investigators in Williston are trying to figure out what sparked a garage fire this morning. It happened around 9:30 in the 600 block of 4th. When firefighters arrived, they found the garage engulfed in flames. Crews worked to keep that fire contained. The fire chief said there were no vehicles inside the garage and that it was quickly controlled.
It's overhaul, trying to make sure we have no more hot spots. This did travel up through the roof space, so we're just ensuring that it isn't going to catch again and make sure everything's safe.
The cause of that fire is under investigation. In energy news, new all-time highs for natural gas and oil production in the state. Natural gas production over 2.06 billion cubic feet per day in the month of October, and oil production grew by over 78,000 barrels a day from September to October. That's the largest month-to-month increase ever. There was also an all-time high set for producing wells at 14,250 for the month. In legislative news, from 2019 to 2021, the North Dakota is expected to have a budget shortfall of $400 to $700 million if changes aren't made. John Salling picks up the story from the Capitol. Welcome back. The wildfires burning in South Dakota's Custard State Park have now grown to more than 53,000 acres. The fire sparked Monday in the Black Hills because of a fallen power line. Cool temperatures overnight slowed the progress, but today's warm-up kept the fire active. It is now the third largest wildfire in Black Hills history. In California, crews are tackling the fourth largest wildfire in modern state history. Flames have destroyed hundreds of homes around Ventura County, and now they've taken the life of a young firefighter. Fox News correspondent Will Carr reports. Also in California, hundreds of firefighters responding to a brush fire that sparked near Occidental College last night. The fire spread over roughly 4 acres. There were no immediate reports of injuries or structural damage. The flames were seen south of the college's swimming pool and amphitheater. Water dropped from a helicopter doused most of those flames. There was no immediate word on how that fire began. And crews are still battling a hot spot dubbed the Canyon Fire. This one breaking out shortly before 3 a.m. this morning in Moon Park, California. The Canyon Fire is just 15 miles southwest of Fillmore, where the massive and deadly Thomas Fire is burning. The cause of the Canyon Fire is unknown. A police chase came to a screeching end in Baltimore, Maryland earlier today. You can see this car falling apart mid-pursuit. Officers took a 20-minute chase even after one of the car's tires blew out. There have been no reports of injury. Baltimore police eventually pulled the driver out of the car. But the car wasn't done yet, kept rolling into a curb, narrowly missing another motorist when police were finally able to stop it. In France, the death toll has risen to 6 after a train slammed into a school bus. 4 teenagers are among the dead. Authorities announcing today 2 more 11-year-old girls have since succumbed to their injuries. Several other children remain in critical condition. Officials have described it as one of the worst rail accidents they've had in France in modern years. Investigators are still working to determine the cause of that crash. Let's throw it over now to Henry Blakes for a full look at our weekend weather.
Hey.
Welcome back. La Enchilada is a new Mexican restaurant in South Bismarck, and Prairie Patriot Firearms Training opened up a storefront after 4 years of training and testing. Maddie Jelseth has this week's Main Street Minute. Welcome back. For airport officials, oftentimes flocks of birds on the airfield can cause some major headaches. But up in Alaska, they have a different animal problem entirely. Check it out. A pair of polar bears strutted their stuff down the runway. This is in Ugervik, Alaska. Airport officials followed the bears in a car until they eventually ran off the airport property. Henry, it looks like we might be getting some polar bear weather of our own.
Yeah, luckily not over the weekend, but by the end of next week, that's where we'll be looking at that. Talking with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Lawrence, and yes, there are some light showers across the Bismarck area. So some of this is reaching the ground. Don't expect much, but for what you do get, it will be refreshing. Our Saturday morning will be starting out near 30 degrees, not much wind, westerly and northwest at that, 5 to 15 with highs near 40 degrees. The warm weather will continue at least until Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, yeah, that's where we get the snow. And on the first day of winter, not just snow, but cold temperatures.
And it's raining outside right now.
It is.
So if you're driving, be careful. We'll see you on Monday.